All right, welcome to Pacer Chat on this last Thursday in June. Very special night. We will be going to the Dome, and we got Mike Melton joining us in a little bit up there at 6 Days in the Dome. Eric D. Simone will be taking us on a tour of the Dome, and so we're excited about that. And then we're going to be talking. We got a lot of Western States stuff. John Kelly. Broken Arrow, Wings of the West, all kinds of stuff to go over tonight. We have new information on the Summer Slam, the original Summer Slam with Lake Baldwin, DBR, and PTC. We'll take care of that at the end. But tonight you got me and Marty. Marty is across Tampa Bay from me over in Riverview, and I'm over here in Dunedin. So we're excited. Marty, he's working on his picks. He forgot to write. He has his picks. He forgot to write them down. So we are going to go over our Western States picks later on. We would love to hear from you guys in the chat. What are your Western States picks? If you want to throw in the chat your top three, who you think on the male and female side, and we will go over it. I try not to be influenced by AJW's picks and try to go from there. So this year was tough. I remember a year ago, I think it was me and you talking, Marty. We were talking about the picks from last year on your podcast, and that was pretty easy because I think we both picked Jim Walmsley to win, and we picked Katie Scheid to win. So it was a pretty easy pick. This year, this year is a little bit different. So. Right. We'll see what happens. We are going to, really quick I think Mike Melton's going to be joining us about 6:10 or so. We can go and look at we got the camera going up at 6 Days in the Dome. You can watch this at any time. It's always going on. I've been checking in here just to see people I know up there running. We got a couple of Floridians. Eric's going to try and catch up with those people during the show. We look at the results in the 10-day. You got the leader. He is at 613 miles. Our Florida guy, Doug Mail, he's down there at 406. Doug is pretty much staying on the 50 miles a day. He writes good race reports every day. You read them, and he's kind of got into a routine of he wakes up in the morning, gets about 6 hours of sleep, wakes up in the morning, eats, takes about 2 hours to get on the track, and then he does 20 miles, eat lunch, does another 20 miles, eats dinner, and then he goes out for a 10-mile stroll at night. So watching him. So the 10-dayers are doing really well. Mike Melton even has 19 miles. Congrats to Mike. In the 6th day, Julia's leading with 271 miles. Sandra, our Florida runner, one of our Florida runners, she's at 250 miles. So she's 21 miles off from there. So congrats. Eric is at he's at 200 mark. He is out there walking because we were talking earlier, and he was at 200. I said, "Why'd you stop at 200?" He's like, "No, I'm going to start walking now." So we did a test run to see how his camera would work. So he's going to take us on a tour of the Dome. You got 72. I don't know if we have any Floridians in the 72. The 48 down here. Davy Crockett, our favorite ultra historian, is at 36 miles. Congrats to him. Then you got the 24-hour and 12-hour. So they're moving really well up there. We'll put up the Dome here so you can see runners going by. Maybe we'll catch a glimpse of Eric as he goes by before he jumps on. Mike Melton should be right there to the right. He'll be jumping on in a couple of minutes, and we'll go over that. So while we wait for check-in from Mike, a couple things going on. Marty dropped the podcast this week. You want to tell us a little bit about your podcast this week you dropped?
Luke and Nicole, that dropped, Saturday maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I forgot today. But yeah, Luke Vidal and Nicole Kay, two awesome humans, and been in the sport. I think Nicole's been in running a little longer than Luke, actually. He took it a little more seriously as far as the ultras go, but they both have a super interesting story, and their love story is interesting. And we got them together because I wanted to hear all that, how they met, because I knew he was a Midwest guy, and so they talk about how they met and their running stories, and so I thought it was very interesting and enjoyed it. It's had a whole lot of downloads, so they must be pretty popular.
I like the fact that Luke wasn't a runner beforehand, jumped into the sport. He's only been in the sport, 3-4 years, the ultra sport. Right. And he's just totally he's dominated since he's gotten into the sport, and it just shows like how awesome the sport is and how you're able to jump in easily with stuff like that. So great listen. I would jump on and take a listen to that, and it's cool. I like listening to the two of them together because what Luke forgets, Nicole Nicole reminds him and tells him all about it. So, and we're definitely excited to see. We're excited about seeing Luke go out to Cocodona next year, but I mean, he has a lot of stuff. He has a lot of stuff before that, so we'll be watching what he does at Cowboy, and then he's got what else is he got? He has Trident this summer. I think he's in for PTC, so all kinds of stuff. So we're excited to see his journey. I hope he slows up a little bit on the racing so he's ready for Cocodona. Were you working on, and then also, great podcast. Last week, Marty did the one with AJW. So that talks about Western States. So that's a great one to go back as you prep for your Western States weekend and trying to get up to date on things. So what else are you working on the podcast side?
I just had an interview, I guess, Wednesday night. What's today? Thursday? So maybe it was Tuesday night with the 10-time finisher at the Keys. Remember her?
Yeah. Well, I can't remember her name, but yeah, I remember us talking about her.
Pamela Chapman Markle.
Yep.
She's 69 years old, and she is a 6-time Badwater finisher, 10-time Keys finisher, 5-time Daytona 100. She's done a bunch of races, Rocky Raccoon, and quite a few. I think she has about 50 100-mile finishes.
Jeez.
She's headed out to Badwater in a week or two, and she's going for a personal PR this year at 69. So
that's great. That's great.
Over the weekend at some point, probably Sunday.
All right. What else can we cover while we're waiting for Mike to jump on? This weekend, races coming up. This weekend, there's the Wings of the West Urban Ultra in Deltona, Florida. Race director is Diana Romero. And I was chatting with her earlier, and I'm like, anything you want us to talk about? And she's like, she's worried about how hot it's going to be this weekend. She's like, I got plenty of ice for everybody. And I go, well, that's the best you can do. So here's the entry list. Got Joanna Fisher. She'll be jumping out there. Trying to think who else is on there. Oh, you got Katie Cook. Those words. They're both in there. Katrina and Katie. So they're both in there. Who else is running? So you got a good list out there. You have a couple new ultra runners. So Jim Miller. Trying to see other names I recognize on there. Rebecca Rabicki. She's out there. She's seen her a bunch of races. So good luck to those this weekend out at Wings of West Ultra. They should have a good good time out there, and Diana's going to take care of you with all the ice. So just be safe with all the heat out there. What else? What else do we have, Marty? Anything before we jump into the other stuff? Got the podcast.
Yeah, I know what's that? Les Plates races, I think, is the same weekend. This weekend.
This weekend?
I think that's this weekend too.
Where's that one at?
I just got an email from the Ultra Aspire team, and they post all the races for all the teammates, and that one was listed. I'll pull it up real quick. There was a couple of races on there that were not Western states. That I said, well, they picked a funny weekend to do it.
Yeah.
There's the Black Hills 100 in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Yeah, I saw that one. I was looking at stuff going on this weekend. Yep, they were. I recognized Sturgis. I saw that up there.
And then Copper Kings 100 is in Butte, Montana.
Okay.
And then also okay, never mind. I was going to say a race across Scotland, but that's not this weekend.
We do have Toxic Trail. In Florida, you got Toxic Trail going on this weekend. We got Frozen Mike. Mike, you there? Yes.
By the way, Jeff, while it's silent, I don't have the power to highlight the comments in the chat.
Oh, you don't have it anymore?
What happened?
I don't know. What happened on it.
So to all you people in the chat, normally I would like to highlight your comments, but I don't have the power to do that anymore. Sorry.
We got Bobby Joe saying hi. Bobby Joe's going to try and jump on. She's waiting for. She is on babysitting duty right now, so we are waiting to hear back from her. So we got a frozen Mike, but I think we have a good introduction for Mike Melton while we're waiting for him. We're gonna go. We got this thing. So let me know if you can hear the sound.
Can't hear it. We need the sound.
Can you not hear it?
No.
Hear the sound now? I'm dealing with an old monitor that doesn't want to work very well. All right, hang on. Let me try and get this.
Pardon me while I eat my.
I could hear it. I didn't know if anybody else can hear it. Maybe if I had my headphones in.
Did your headphones and the monitor that's playing?
No, I just will. All right. Well, you got to go to Mike Melton's Facebook page, and you can see the video. So, it's really funny. So, sometimes we have sound. I can play sound, and sometimes I can't. I don't know what the deal is. How about now? Can you guys hear it now? Bobby Joe, can you hear?
He never slows down, never takes a break. Living on caffeine and the records he makes. So here's to the man, the time pro, driving through the night, come rain or snow. A hero unsung, but the legend is true. Mike Melton's the GOAT, and we all know it too. He won't hate the keep you in the race. Everyone knows his name and his face. From His legacy spoke. The time when we conquers fueled by Diet Coke. So as it came to the town and king, Mike Melton's the name. The ultras say he's the heart of the race, the man with the joke. Forever on the road, fueled by Diet Coke.
All right, so we figured out what the issue was. Well, with that, so I can't have my headphones on, or the sound doesn't go through. So I think Mike was trying to jump on, and we were just having some issues there. So we're gonna try and get Eric to drop in, and then Eric can go over and talk with. He says he's having trouble getting back in. So we're working on the technical difficulties. We'll try it, but we'll try and get Eric in. If we can get Eric in, Eric can go over and talk to Mike, and we'll get an update on the dome and get some updates. I know Eric was out there.
So this is what day out of the 10 that they're on now? 6?
I think so.
Started on the 19th.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me take my shoes off.
All right. We got Eric. All right.
This is day 7.
Eric, what's going on?
Hey guys, Jeff. Hi. Yeah, we're on. Mike was having a little technical difficulty with logging in.
Okay. Well, that's what I figured. I go. If we. Hang on. I don't know what's going on.
Sportage offers the perfect blend of performance capabilities.
You can see me, right?
Yeah. All right. I think we got Mike too.
Oh, Mike is on.
Yeah. Here we go. Now we got Mike.
Hey,
Mike.
how's it going?
Good. There you are. Did you see your intro? We just played your intro for you.
Yeah, I saw that. Dude, I'm never gonna live that down.
I need to get you to make me one of those.
We want to know are you working up there? Or are you spending time in the gym because your muscles look very big?
Yeah. I buffed up. It's not the buff. It's the steroids. It's the massive amounts of steroids.
Looking buff.
All right. So how's it going up there, Mike?
So far it's pretty smooth. I mean, we've had our usual stuff that happens, and but in general, everybody looks like they're having a pretty good time, and we've had some pretty good performances out there. So from our standpoint, it's a success.
Oh, good deal.
Is anybody there going for like records?
Yeah, we've had I think 6 records set so far, and we probably have a couple more coming.
Are they age group records?
2 world records, world age group records. Steve Troxel took the men's 65-69 48-hour world record down, or she pushed it higher. And Jean-Louis Vidal from France took the 65-69 6-day record and pushed it higher for a world record.
Oh, good.
And then we've had I think 3 U.S. or 4 U.S. age group records. Susanna Bond set a women's 60-64 12-hour record, and Fast Eddie Rousseau at age 85 put up a monster. Monster was 48-hour. I think I know for sure he took the 70 or the 6-day record, and I think he also had a 48-hour record. Oh no, it was a 200K. So it's a 200K and 6 days at the age 85. And we have Gene Bruckert out here at age 90 trying to take down some records as well.
Oh, cool. Is Davy Crockett still out there, or did his race finish?
Davey started this morning. He's got, I think, 2 days. So he'll be here until Saturday morning.
Okay, that makes sense. He was only at like
I-
30 miles.
I think this is Thursday.
Yeah, it's
Honestly, man, I've been in here 8 days now, and I have no idea what day it is, what's going on. I don't even know what time it is, other than when I look at my phone.
You go outside online for sunshine?
3 a.m. and 3 p.m. look exactly the same here.
yeah.
So you haven't been outside at all?
What's that, Marty?
You haven't been outside at all?
I actually have, because I'm the guy that goes to Walmart. I've made, I think, 3 trips to Walmart this week for supplies, and I have one more to do. So, I actually got out this morning, and I got to the Walmart parking lot, and just as I was getting out of my van to get into the store, the portable toilet guy called and said, "Hey, I'll be at the building in 15 minutes to service your toilets." And I said, "Oh shit!" I got back in my van, drove back to the Pettit Center, because clean portable toilets beats more supplies every day of the week.
They don't have permanent bathrooms in there that you all can use.
Yeah, the lobby has bathrooms. They're fine porcelain bathrooms they're warm and they have paper and all that. But we wanted to give, we take pride in providing the venue that gives you the best possible chance at getting big miles. And one of the things is, if you have to make a quick pit stop and get rid of a little liquid, it's 25 steps to get out to the lobby. You can step literally half a step off the track and be in a portable toilet, and then be back on the track and on your way. So,
Eric, are you on the back side of the track where the toilets are?
Oh yeah, Eric will be out there. He can walk. He can round to it. He can walk around to it.
Oh, we lost them. They do. There's one on either side.
They're in the far corners. They're in the far corners of the building. So they're the opposite side of the lobby where the real bathrooms are.
Yeah, and the great thing is, if you come around the one and someone didn't, you just go another minute and a half and you're back around to the same
That's
bathroom.
exactly right. Jeff, you were here. It's about a 3-minute loop, even if you're going slow. So
Yeah. So they're on the far side. And then, like, if I had to go number 2, I went out in the lobby.
Of course, because they're warm, and you got porcelain, and it flushes, and lots of paper.
So yeah, it is. It's definitely it's cooler in there, and it gets cooler in the evening because you have less.
Because during the day, the hockey people are generating heat, and the figure skaters are generating heat. But at 3 a.m, it does chill off.
Yeah, especially on the far side, because you got the chillers blowing in.
Yeah, exactly. There's the one big, air handle unit over there.
Yeah. So, well, good. When does the 10-day and 6-day end on the same day?
Yeah, all the races now end on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Central. It's possible that you could start tomorrow in a 24-hour and end Saturday morning. And so we think we try and be runner friendly. So in my communications to the runners, I pointed out that we're here in the building for 11 calendar days. So if you're running a 72-hour race and you want to start Tuesday instead of Wednesday, I'm okay with that. If you want to start at 4:25 p.m. instead of 9 a.m., I'm okay with that. So Kay Layton started yesterday morning. No, she started this morning at 3 a.m. and she'll finish Sunday morning at 3 a.m. And we had a guy start at 9:54 a.m. this morning, and we had another person start at 7 o'clock. So it allows you to customize your race a little bit and fit. A lot of people are putting travel plans together, and if their flight doesn't get here until 8:20 in the morning, they're going to be hard pressed to make a 9 a.m. start. But they could make a 10:30 start.
Yeah.
So,
and you have and took advantage of it.
And we pointed out to them that obviously you want to do that if you're here for a personal record, not trying to set some national age group or world record or qualify for a team. In those cases, if you're trying to put up a number that's going to be ratifiable or a number that's going to be look for a team, you want to be in one of the public races that starts right at 9 o'clock.
Okay. I was going to ask that if they had to start, if they were going for a record, if that counted.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, every day at 9 a.m. we have more than 3 people start, and so we figure that's a quote unquote real race. If you're the only person starting at 3 in the morning, I don't know that you could call that a real race for qualification purposes.
Yeah. And then next year, since we'll be in the off year from 24-hour team, will you guys have the lead event again?
We will, because next year should be in the qualifying window again, because the qualifying window opens in November or I guess October, when once the worlds end, the qualifying window opens again for the next worlds.
Yeah.
So next June will be middle of the qualifying period probably. And we put in for our dates of June 18th to the 28th for 2026. We'll see. It's dependent on the Pettit Center, and the Pettit Center is dependent on the Milwaukee school system. It depends on when their schools get out. So that determines the start of the summer camps that go on here, and then it determines the availability of the building for us.
Yeah.
So it's like a domino thing. But I'm pretty positive we'll get the 18th to the 28th. Those dates work well for them, and it works well for us.
Yeah. Well, we'll hope for the 18th for the lead. Not that I want to come, but I don't think I have the thing. But then you always have Western states to follow.
Well, you know, we have two guys starting tomorrow morning at 9 who have run sub 12-hour 100 milers. Well, I guess Jacob Moss has not run sub 12, but he's run low 12s.
Yes.
But Raj Paul he was the guy at Jackpot who was wearing the shoes that got disqualified, but he ran a sub 12-hour race there, and he's hoping to do that again here.
So he's coming out tomorrow. Really, Rob is out there. Wow.
Yep, they start tomorrow. He and Jacob Moss.
Now they both are just doing the 12-hour race.
They figured if they can't do 100 miles in 12 hours, they're going to walk away.
Huh.
So, well, good deal. So,
and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Zach Bitter, pops in as a last-minute entry. He talked about it apparently earlier in the year, and this is sort of his home turf because he grew up in this area and he's run here many times, and he had his world record here. So this is a good course for him. So I mean, we may get a very late, query from him saying, "Hey, I'd like to jump in," and of course we'd let him in. So
yeah. I was set up next to Zach last year, and it was fun. His family was there, so his niece and nephew were cheering me on the whole time. So it was fun being set up there, and I didn't do it. He set up next to me, just so you know. I wasn't setting up next to him. He set up next to me.
You weren't fanboying, right?
I was not fanboying. We set up for a table, and then the guy next to me, he was coming. He's like, "Yeah, I got to set up for Zach." I'm like, I did say put Zach on this side of the table because I was on the one side of the table.
Sure. Sure.
Good deal. It was fun out there running with them, and that whole elite group. There's a lot of big names that were on that elite group last year. That it was fun to share the track with them. That a lot of them
it is a lot of fun, and we've got a ton of great stories here. I mean, there's an Estonian woman here who's crushing the Estonian 48-hour and 72, and she crushed the 6-day and the 10-day record. And we've got some really nice age group people. We've got people out here who are just doing personal, just personal journeys, and they have great stories to tell as well. People who've overcome adversity, or like Davy Crocker is a great example. He's got 2 brand new knees.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at it. Is Pat Hasler out there running?
Pat Hasler and Jordan Camastro both ran early. They ran Friday to Saturday last week. I guess I'm sorry. Pat ran Friday morning. Jordan ran Saturday morning. So they literally had the track nearly all to themselves, because we only had the 10-day people, up through Monday morning. The track got pretty crowded on Monday because we put almost 40 people on the track at once.
Yeah. Looks like they probably pulled out of the race though at 76.
They were both shooting for fast hundreds, and when they realized they weren't going to get it, they stepped away. We also had a guy, John Judge, who was on track for a 5-hour 50-mile. In fact, he was on pace for just under 5 hours, and he pulled up. He had a bad back spasm at mile 42 or 43, so he was in the final 7.5 miles of the race.
Yeah, 43 miles in 4 hours and 22 minutes.
He went through the marathon in 2:33.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good deal.
So we have had some fast people through here, and this is an off year because of the teams. The qualifying window is closed. So,
All right.
Where's your sidekick, Bill, at?
what's that?
I said, where's Bill, your sidekick?
Oh, he's down at the aid station.
Okay.
He handles the aid station. I spend most of my time in the timing side. Although again, at some point I got to go to Walmart again. So we're trying to cover all the bases. We're thin on volunteers, frankly, we'd love to have some. We keep working every year on trying to come up with new ways to have find volunteers. So
did you end up not getting a helper at all?
We've always had 4 people. We have 2 people to rotate through the aid station, and myself and Bad Mike Dobies are rotating through the timing. So we try and have somebody in the timing area at all times and somebody in the aid station at all times. But most of the time we only have 4 of us. So if one of us is sitting in the area, the other one either has to be sleeping or doing something else. And obviously sleeping is the preferred thing because you got to get sleep when you can. I was just telling Mike Dobies that since June 6th, I think it was, I've only had one evening where I was able to sleep more than 6 hours. Just because I worked Black Mountain Monster, and then I went to Edmonton to work in Canada to work the Survivor Fest 24 and came here. So
if you want a vacation in Wisconsin, go see Mike Melton. He'll get you some volunteer stuff up there.
Exactly.
You get to work inside the whole time in air conditioning.
Exactly. And we can get you a free entry for a couple of days worth of hard labor.
There you go.
But it's not very hard. I mean, it's really not very hard labor.
Yeah, because
I got to get rolling, but Eric can do the course tour for you. And so thanks very much for having me.
All right, thanks for.
I'll check in with you later.
All right,
nice to see you guys. And I miss Bobby Joe. Tell her I missed her.
Yeah, she's been in the chat saying hi and stuff.
Okay, all right. Thanks, fellas. Talk to you later.
All right. So you, Eric, are you up in the top?
All right. Yeah. Hi, guys. Yeah. While you guys were chatting, I climbed the tower to give you an overview. Probably the best place in the building for a view. I'm not sure what the purpose of this, but let me give you a quick.
I think they put cameras up there when they were doing the speed skating out there.
Yeah.
So that's where the cameramen would be.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. This area right here, you can see the rink over there.
There's two rinks.
2 rinks in the middle, and then this they put water down and freeze it for the speed skating. All this section here, and it's standardized distance, but pretty.
Yeah. If you look on the wall, they have on the side of the wall all the speed skating records that have been broken over the years.
Yeah, that's over. We'll walk over there in a little bit, but then here's the track that goes around.
Yeah, this is far side. So Mike was on the opposite side over there, and then this is the far side of the track. Okay.
So let me. And
did you see Doug at all out there?
Yeah, Doug's running around. Let's see if I can find him. And Sandra, actually, every night they have dinner at 6:00, and it's a good dinner. Well, you were here last year, but then a lot of people take a little time off for an hour or two after, so the track is going to be a little bit light, but there's still a lot of people.
Yeah, so what they do for meals is they actually have box meals come in for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So every night it's something different, and the meals are actually pretty good. So you don't have to worry about trying to cook your own meal, or if you're in a 10-day. Actually, for the 24 hours, I think we got 3 meals. Do they do breakfast?
Yeah.
No.
Well, they do bring in pretty good donuts. They have cereal
Yeah.
and coffee and donuts, and then for lunch they have a really good lunch, sandwiches.
Yep.
Lunch is the main meal, and then during the day, throughout the day, even in the middle of the night, they had grilled cheese and things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now after they eat, here's that porta potty we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about the porta potty. There's one on either end of the track on that straightaway right there.
So there's one of them, the clean one. You can smell the chemicals. But okay, so now I'm on the track, and keep up there. I think yeah, this is a good video. I could flip the camera around, but I think I'll keep it like this until.
Or turn it sideways.
Turn it sideways.
So that you get full screen. Turn the.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
There we go. All right.
Ah.
So it's 3 lane. Is it? I can't remember. Is it 3 lanes on the opposite side too, or just on this side?
There are 3 lanes all the way around.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the camera on real quick.
I felt like I was always in Zach Bitter's way every time I came down this straightaway.
Hey, wait a minute. Speaking of him.
So Eric is giving us a tour. Oh, isn't there a plaque on the ground there? Is that what you're looking for?
Can you see the track now? You can see the track now, not me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this. There's a
Plaque.
There's a plaque here. Whoop. I'm trying to get the.
There you go.
There it is. Oh, wait a minute. It's upside down.
There you go. Yep, there you go.
World
Oh,
record
wow.
104.8 miles in 2019.
Yeah.
Dang. That's moving.
Right beside the track there.
Yeah, so last year he was going after it, and I think he had the third fastest American time. And Bobby Joe is now saying that's the American record because the other guy, what's his name, beat it.
Guys, here comes, look who we
There's Doug. What's up, Doug?
Doug, yeah.
Hey, Florida. Is it warm there?
Yeah.
He looks cold.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely cold in there.
And dry.
And it was 99 in Tampa today.
Hey, Doug, tomorrow at noon, you got to sign up for Dirty Bear Run. It opens up.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out for it.
we could probably make an exception.
Actually, I think I might be out hiking out west.
Stand here.
When that happens.
Will you be out at Tahoe?
Yeah, in fact, 2 weeks from today, we'll be starting trail.
Wow. I got it.
We'll be out there for 2 weeks, and if that goes well, we may do a quick turnaround and go out to Colorado.
Yeah, you're gonna love the Tahoe Trail. I just got to do a little bit of it.
Pictures, absolutely fantastic. So, excellent.
Wait, look who we found. This is basically a world record holder from Japan, and he's a leader currently for the 10-day race at 600 miles. Do you know the total mileage right now?
600 miles.
615
miles right now.
All right.
What's your name?
Shohei Yoshizawa from Japan.
Oh yeah,
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
he's got a 300 lap lead.
I'm gonna get cold if I stand still too long. So good talking to you.
Good seeing you, Doug.
Nice to meet you, Shohei. Arigato.
Right.
Cool. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right.
we were looking for an interpreter. He has a crew member it would have been a great interpreter, but he's
Still running.
now he's running. He's running every day, and all hours of the day.
Yeah, he's almost to 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good deal. Good deal.
There's it looks like a youth hockey practice going on in the middle of the ice skating rink now. With it during the day, there's either hockey, there are practices, hockey games, and then there's speed skating lessons, and then there's
Figure skating.
figure skating. So.
And then here's
Eric out there skating at one point.
and these are your setups right here.
Yeah, I was doing my figure skating out there, right? Yeah. Now here on the side, you can this is where people sleep. They have the table set up and then there's a cot. But all along the side here, people
Yep.
sleep. And there's a room upstairs, which is heat control at 70 degrees where you can sleep. In fact, if you have time, I can shoot up there if you want to see that.
Nah, we're gonna probably cross over to Western States in a second.
Okay.
But you can see he's coming up on the far side, so he'll be coming up on some more crewing tables. Then you got the aid station. You have Mike Melton station.
Yeah. And someone has a tent set up there.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can do a 90-second loop, Eric.
Eric has 200 miles on his feet.
Yeah, but 200 miles. Yeah, going strong here.
Do you currently have shoes on?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's what I wanted to mention. This track is very, very hard. And I did try running barefoot in with my minimalist shoes in the beginning, and my feet were destroyed. Oh, here's Sandra. Sandra, say hello.
Sandy V.
I'm sorry.
This
Hey,
is
Sandy V.
Hi. Sorry.
He's on a mission.
And and rightly so, because she's over 250 miles now, I believe. Here she.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's doing phenomenal.
Strict as
Actually,
business.
she's probably in contention, definitely the podium. I would say probably she could do. Although there's one girl that's probably 20 or 30 miles ahead of her at the moment. But yeah. All right. Getting off track here. What were you talking about here? Hold on.
You're talking about your shoes.
Oh yeah. So then I was about ready to. Let me see if I can get this phone around real quick. Yeah, I was very, very close to throwing in the towel. I mean, my feet and legs were trashed, and I wasn't sure what to do. So I asked the runner. He had an extra pair of shoes, and he gave me a pair, and they helped. And long story short, I ended up running on those for quite a while, and then I ended up buying a pair from Doug, which I have on right now. You really do. Well, for me, even a barefoot runner, I think needs cushioned shoes on this track, at least for me anyway. But it worked, and my leg got better, and I felt great now, and yeah, 200 miles later. So thank God for these shoes.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got a couple of days left. Let's see if you can get to 300.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it for you, Jeff.
Thanks, Eric.
Cool. Well, all right. Anything else you guys want? Or we're gonna run.
Yeah, we got to wrap up Western States, our previews, and but thank you for joining us. So love seeing the update.
Sure, anytime. Thanks for putting
Good.
us on.
Good job, man. And you're hired as a roving reporter.
Good deal. So, all right, Eric, we'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. Bye.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
See you soon. All right, bye.
All right, Marty, let's talk about Western States.
All right, let's do it. Been seeing all the pictures from Instagram. Everybody's arriving today and yesterday. I've got major FOMO for sure.
Oh yeah. I thought about doing like coming up with a bingo card of people to see out there for Western States. Just listen to different the podcasts and stuff. How is this off? Okay,
Have you watched any of the runner interviews?
There's so much information out there. It's just two of them. A few years ago when it was just I Run Far, it was easy to keep up with it. But now there's so much going on that it's tough. I think I listened to Free Trail today. They were talking with like Magna Boulay and Cat Bradley. And then they had, which I really liked, they had Jim, Scott Jurek, and what's his name? He's my favorite runner from, not one of my favorite runners out there, Hal Kerner. So they were chatting with him. So that was great to listen to. And I'll listen to a little bit more of the stuff going on. But really quick, it looks like Will Murray pulled out of the race. He pulled out, and Lin Chen. So those were the big names. They made it to 65 on the wait list. I know last week when we looked, we were at 56. You had a few people. So 1, 2, 3 people entered what we were talking about last year. Those guys were out there in California. The next one, I'm curious where this Russell Gardham, he's from Great Britain. If he's out there right now in Tahoe, waiting for see if he's going to get the call. And so we'll see. So that's the wait list. So they made it down to 65, which is pretty impressive. And they only went 75 deep on the wait list. So with that being said, we can go over. Are you ready to go over our picks?
Might as well.
All right. So how far did you go? How deep did you go?
5
deep. Okay. I went 5 deep too. You want to start on the women's side or the men's side?
Why don't I do the women first and you do the men first?
Okay. Sounds good.
Or we could compare picks. Comparing picks. So let's do women. Ladies first. Even though that might be considered sexist, I like ladies better than dudes. So
and listen, if you have picks, put them in the chat. We'd love to see it. I know Justin Yonkers put it in top of the chat, and I'll try and get up there and see what he has.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I have Emily Hallgood as your winner.
All right. You gonna go down all of them, or just you want me to go over my first?
I was going to let you. Let's do one apiece. Let's compare our first pick.
I picked Riley Brady to win the race. Yep, she's been running well. Don't like that she's running for Nike, but so all right. And that's interesting because a lot of people have picked my number 2. Who's your number 2?
Tara Dower.
Tara Dower, okay.
Now, I have a little tidbit. I don't know if you saw this, but I just saw today that, I watched an interview with her last night that she recorded with Free Trail like last Thursday. And she sounded really confident, quietly confident. And, like Andy said in the podcast, she just has no fear. And, so I originally picked her as my winner, but I heard today that she's been battling a cold all week. And and she's past the cold symptoms, but she's still got a bad cough, and she feels like crap when she's running. And so I'm afraid that may affect her, because she said in the interview that she's going to stick with the winners no matter what. And if she blows up, she blows up. Stick with the leaders. And if she blows up, she blows up. And so, so I still think with her mental strength, she'll hang on to second place, but I'm afraid the sickness.
That's tough. That's a tough for her. So if she goes top 10, she can come back next year. All right, number two, I picked Fujiao Yang. Second place last year. I think she'll be second place again this year.
I have her as number 3.
Well, I think we flip flop ours, because I have Tara Dower as number 3.
Who did you have for number 1? Oh,
Riley Brady.
Okay.
Yeah. So Riley Brady, Fujiao Yang, and Tara Dower for my podium.
And then I had Esther Kallick for 4th.
That's a good pick. Good pick. I really don't know much on her. I just hear her name, and they keep picking her to be one of the top. And then I picked Emily Hallgood for 4.
Okay.
4th place.
And
then who'd you round out 5th with?
Abby Hall.
And I picked Marianne Hogan. So I don't think any of ours matched up. I mean, we have a lot of the same ones in the top. Well, you didn't have Riley Brady in there at all.
Right.
And
I took AJW's advice on that from my conversation with him.
Hey, and I like that advice. But also, she keeps winning races.
Yeah, they are a strong runner, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, all right. On the men's side, I'll go number. Oh, go ahead. What was that?
Let's give an honorable mention or two on the females, because it's such a stacked field. People that could be close to the top. Like Heather Jackson is a very strong runner. Let's see, what's the other one I was thinking of? I'm drawing a blank now. But anyway, Heather Jackson is like a wild card. If everything goes right for her, she's a strong runner. She last year she crushed one Javelina and had like the perfect day. And she was like, I forgot what her time was, but it was crazy fast. So, she's a triathlete, so she's constantly training on something. Swim.
Yeah, she just won a big gravel bike race, a 300-mile gravel bike race a couple of days ago. So, and Bobby Joe did mention that, and I am aware of this, that Riley Brady is racing in the non-binary division, but I don't think there's many people in there, and so I'm not quite sure how that works for them. But I'm not quite sure on that qualifier for female winner. She got her golden ticket through the on the female side of the she racing non-binary. So I believe she's still racing as a female. And same thing with Ryan Montgomery, but same thing, Ryan's racing as a male. So I don't know who my honorable mention is on the. I'm trying to think. There's so many names out there. I can't remember who's quite in there. But I went through them all. So on the men's side, I think I can give you that. I'll come up with my black horse. So all right. So on the men's side, I'll go first. First place, I'm picking Rod Farvard, who took second last year. Hit a 14-hour time last year. I think it was the fastest second place time ever. So we're picking Rod. I'm picking Rod to win.
Yeah. Well, I hope AJW is not watching this. Because I couldn't get on the bandwagon, man. I tell you what, I've been living in Airbnb for a month now, and all of the TVs are streaming only, no broadcast channel. So I can't watch local news or anything. There's probably a way, but I haven't figured it out. So the only thing I can watch is like YouTube or Netflix. And so I've watched all of David Roach's videos.
I think Bobby Joe knew what you were going to say, and I knew what you were going to say.
I'm so that dude. And you can say what you want about him, you know, like AJW talked about. Yeah, I mean, he's turned his 15 minutes of fame, which has been more than that for him because he's been on the radar for a while now, but I mean, with his podcast and all. But since he won his first 200 milers, not even close, won, you know, crushed them. And he's been coaching elite athletes for a long time. He's not what do you call it? One-hit wonder kind of guy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not.
Now, his training method and the high carb thing, you know, not everybody agrees with that. But, dude, if you watched his training videos, he has put in the work. I mean, he's addressed pretty much everything, the uphills, the downhills, the heat, and he's busted his ass on those things. I mean, he did a 20-mile run in a heat suit with a puffer jacket on the outside of the heat suit. And I mean, just little things like that. You know, he's checked all the boxes, and some of the stuff, like he puts like big disclaimers, like "Don't try this at home."
Yeah.
And, you know, but anyway, he's worked his butt off, and I think he somewhat knows the science behind it, and he has it in his mind, the confidence that he can do it. You know, and even though he called his shot, he's a pretty humble guy, and I like him. And so that's who I'm picking. David.
Now, AJW did pick him, I think, 4th or 5th on his pick. So AJ's not totally against him, but he did pick him. So, and Marty, you brought up a good point that when you're in an Airbnb, if you sign on to Facebook, always go find Pacer Travel and subscribe to the channel. And then when you leave for the day, throw on a 12-hour live stream so we get the views. Yeah. All right, number 2, and I haven't heard anybody pick this guy, Seth Ruling, who did really well. Got his golden ticket at Black Canyon. He is, I believe he's one of the Boulder boys. I just remember seeing video of him, and he looked like a young Jim Walmsley the way he was running through Black Canyon. So I picked Seth to go number 2. Even though I don't think he's done a 100-mile race, I think he's primed and ready to go.
Well, I got news for you. Your old pal Run Bum picked him, so you and him are on the same page.
Did he? I didn't see his pick. So.
Anyway, my number 2 pick is your number 1 pick, Farvar.
Rob, go.
You know, he is definitely, if he has a year like he had last year, he's capable of winning. But I think he got the most he could get out of it. I don't know if you can have 2 really great days like that at Western States.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. I won't be mad if I'm wrong.
All right, number 3, I did pick Kilian Jornet. I threw him in there, and I was about to put something on there, and someone put a comment up. So I was talking with Justin Yonkers about this a couple hours ago, and I said I don't think there's enough climbing in the race for Kilian to win this race. So I think it's more flatter downhill. I think the speed guys have him in that. Kilian will do well, but I just don't. You add another 6,000-7,000 feet of climb, and I think it's Kilian's race.
Yeah. I don't have him at 3rd. I do have him in the top 5, but I have Adam Peterman.
Adam, that's a good pick. Very good pick. Yeah, I believe Adam won. He's won one of the years, hasn't he? He won a few years ago. Okay.
maybe 22 or 21.
Yeah, it was Jim's off. The one of the years Jim wasn't here. So, all right, number 4, I picked David Roach, your number 1 pick. So I think it's going to be tough for David because David likes to race at the front, and I don't know how. I think 4 is going to be hard. I see David either going first or like 10th, even though I picked him for 4th. So we'll see. Yeah, Bobby Joe says Adam won in 2022. So I like that she's fact checking us. Yeah. And Bobby Joe likes Adam Peterman too. All right, who's your 4th pick?
I'm sorry. Killian is number 4 for me.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't have him. Oh, you didn't have him in the podium. You had him, but you had him in. Okay. So, all right, good deal. And number 5.
Who was your number 4?
David Roach. Yep.
Good.
Number 5, I went with the young kid, Hans Troyer. We're gonna see what Hans is. He's an interesting guy. If you're looking for videos to watch, look up Hans Troyer. There was a good video they dropped the other day of him out of Noonan, Georgia. Young kid, came on the scene at 2 years ago at Bandera, took down Jim's record. Then finished 10th at Black Canyon and spent 10 days in the hospital right after it in 2024. I believe this year he was sick for it, but went and got his golden ticket at the Canyons, finishing 2nd behind for Francisco. So I got Hans Troyer finishing 5th. And I'm going to make a prediction. Hans will win the race, win Western States sometime in the future.
That is Run Bum's other pick. So you
of course, because he's from Georgia.
He's now. And my number 5 is Daniel Jones.
Okay. Out of New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if we had to go 6 deep, or if you want to go with, honorable mention, I think Daniel Jones is in there. Definitely strong guy. He's run some really, really good races. I think he was top 10 last year. I don't know if he's coming in as M2 this year or M3. I can't remember.
Have you considered an energy recovery ventilator for your home?
No, I have not.
Everyone should have one, and I believe it should be minimum code. They are affordable, easy to install, and create a fresh air exchange.
I can't figure out where that's coming from. It's Mike Melton's video.
Yeah, I have a few honorable mentions for the male. Hans Troyer was definitely one of them, but Caleb Olson is it?
Yep.
And let's see, Seth Ruling. I didn't have him on the top 5, so he's definitely honorable mention too.
Yeah. All right. So I got another one, and Bobby Joe I was going to ask you this question, and Bobby Joe just put it in the chat. A lot of good people coming from Cocodona. They're probably not recovered enough to have top performance, maybe top 10 if they're lucky. So you do have Dan Jones coming in. Dan Green, I'm sorry, coming in. So my question is, out of the Coca-Cola Cocodona winners over the last couple of years, who would you pick? So you got Herodes Sabertis, Joe McConaughey, Dan Green, and I'm going to throw Jeff Browning in there because Jeff pretty much had a great race. So all 4 of them in the race, who would you pick out of those 4 to win?
So you mean in finishing order, who would have the best finish?
Sure.
Yeah, I would say Jeff Browning.
You think Jeff Browning? Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if any of those make top 10. String Bean, Harry, Jeff, is going for the Masters record. Is it the Masters or Grandmasters? You call that 50?
I think it's a 50 plus record. If I'm not wrong. And I can't remember if I was dreaming this when I was watching video the other day. I think if to break the record, he has to PR his fastest time at Western States. I could be wrong. And if it's a hot year, Jeff, I remember seeing videos back in the day where Jeff looked forward to the hot days because he always did well out there. Jeff had a string of top 10 finishes. So I don't know. I mean, out of those, I would pick Joe McConaughey. I think he showed a lot at Black Canyon of what he could do. He redefined who he was at Black Canyon. A lot of people saw him as like the long distance runner, and he put up a fast 100K. They're also saying he could have the fastest mile time out of anybody in the field. I think he has a sub 4 minute mile. So
he probably has the fastest pacer of anybody too. Did you see who his pacer is going to be? String bean.
What's her name? The marathoner.
Yeah, Des Linden.
Des Linden.
Brooks teammates.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with her from Mountain Outpost a week or so ago, and she's taking it very seriously. You know, she went to the state's training camp and ran a good bit of the miles, and she said her legs were trashed just from because she's not used to technical trail.
Yeah,
and that's technical.
So the rumor has it, is she going to try and get in the States next year and move up to ultras?
She signed up for the Tunnel Hill 50 miler.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. And so she talked about that a little bit in the interview. And so she's definitely considering getting into the ultra game. You know, she did a 50K and went after Camille's record.
Yeah.
And,
all right. Good deal. So those are our picks from Florida. We got 2 Florida runners. You got Carrie Mang out of the Jacksonville area. She is the co-RD, so she's coming in and she will be running a race. And then we got Ann Carroll out of Riviera Beach. I think that's in the Panhandle. And Ann has some experience. So she ran long haul in 2024, ran 27 hours. She has an Ancient Oaks finish. She has a lot of races. Her first ultra was in 2014, so she's been around the sport for a while. So we'll be tracking Carrie and Carol up at the race. So wishing those guys luck. There are only Florida runners up there, so we'll be watching that. Any other last minute tidbits from states?
Well, shout out to my peeps. Tanya Olson and Greg Lawson, they're out there working tomorrow. They'll be pre-taping people's feet all day. And then, they'll be volunteering at Michigan Bluff during the daytime. And so good for them. And I hate that I'm going to miss that handling all those sweaty feet, but next year.
I've been talking to Greg almost every day. So Greg, he's going to be up on escarpment on the start of the race, a mile up on race day. So we're going to try and get some. A few of us will be live streaming a treadmill backyard ultra on Saturday. So we're going to try and get Greg on there with the live stream up there from escarpment. I got another buddy that's going to hike 3 miles up, so we'll see. And then we might get some footage from him out at Michigan Bluff. So we had chatted about maybe getting some footage from him out there. So we'll see. He does have his Starlink out there, so we'll see what will happen. So it will be definitely a big weekend to watch. We're looking forward to it. It should be fun. So
are you going to be over at that place where they're doing the run?
Yeah, it's downtown St. Pete. I got to run to Ocala first thing in the morning, pick up my daughter, and then from camp, and then I'm beelining to downtown St. Pete. So I'll be down that. Are you around this weekend?
Yeah, I've got to work Saturday, but when I finish, I think it finishes fairly early, like around 2. And
okay.
So I may, if I don't go over and see my grandson, I could shoot over there. My work may have me over there by the beach.
We're literally downtown St. Pete. if you go to the end of the street, you can see Tropicana Field. So great. I was down there today. Cool location. They got some awesome treadmills in there. They have one that has the reverse incline or the decline treadmill. I forget what he's saying, and the guy's like, I'm talking to the owner. He's like, yeah, this guy Craig Betts was in here last year. I go, oh, I hate Craig Betts. He's like, really? I'm like, nah, I love Craig. Again, he was training for Western States. I'm still bitter he got in on 2 tickets.
Oh, yeah, that must be the place because Tanya talks about it some. She talks about training, doing downhill training, and she mentioned a place that has those that kind of training.
Yeah. So we'll do.
What's the name of it?
I don't run limited.
Yeah, I think that's what she was.
Yeah. So we'll get some footage on the treadmill. I'm looking forward. We're gonna try and get some footage on that treadmill. But pretty cool. You got who we have running that race. I'm trying to talk Clapper into running it. I was texting with him today. We do have who's our buddy? Our big backyard. What? Yeah. Shalley's in it. I draw blanks on this. The other guy that won PTC this year, I had them all written down. I'm losing. He'll be down there.
What Vince was it?
Desi. What's that?
Vince.
No, Vince isn't in there. But Desi, who won PTC last year, he's running it. McCaffrey, and there's a couple others. So I think they got like 8 to 10 runners. Pretty cool location. So we'll be live streaming. So if you get bored of Western States, tune in because we'll also be watching Western States, but also with this backyard ultra. So I don't see it going very long. I don't see it going more than 20 hours because it's they have to do 5 miles per hour. So pretty excited in that. What else do we have? Tomorrow at noon, Dirty Bear opens up. And so it's on Ultra Sign Up. That's the 6-hour race. We still have pictures from St. Pete, but we have moved the race to Seminole, Florida this year. It's will be a 1.5 mile out and back. We had issues with the location down in St. Pete, so we moved it to this new location. So we're excited. Limited to 150 runners. Opens up tomorrow at 8 a.m. No, opens tomorrow at noon. So jump on that race. Benny Gossip's been working with it, and Brian Heron and David Whiteside and I, we've all busted our butt to get this race up. Also, so you got that. What else we got? For PTC, we picked the shirt. We're going to go through stuff really quick. So this is the shirt design this year. We always pick an animal that you can see on the trail, and there is a pig at mile 27, and so we put him on the shirt this year. So pretty excited about the race shirt. I think it should go on sale in the next couple of days. Lake Baldwin is July 12th. That's going to be over in Orlando, and Diane Romero is taking care of that race. You don't have to sign up ahead of time. It's just on the Facebook group page. So those are the 3 races in the Summer Slam. This is the original Summer Slam. We've had this name for years. I know there's a new races called the Summer Slam, but this is the original Summer Slam. So if you hear me talking about the Summer Slam, this is what I am referring to.
Copycats.
What's that?
Couple of copycats, right?
Copycats. I always give Joseph Fuller a bunch of crap about it. I'm like, that's our name. What are you doing? So he's like, you guys are the original. So, what else we have? John Kelly's making a run at the FKT on the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty sure he's going to break the record in the next couple of days. So we're pretty excited about that. What else we have? Recap. Was going to recap Broken Arrow out in Tahoe. The only thing coming out of that was qualification for the long trail for the American team. and they had some bad weather there on Saturday during the race. They actually had snow in Tahoe on Saturday out there, and they had to push runners into like ski lodges and stuff like that. So I think half the field finish. Eli Hemming, I believe, won the race and broke the course record. So pretty. Talking to my buddy out there who's still out there, Brian Charbonneau, he said the weather just got nasty on Saturday. I think a boat capsized on Lake Tahoe, and several people died from that weather. What else do we have? One last thing we're going to get to. Do you have anything else before I get to it, Marty?
Nope.
All right. So this year we talked about with Mike Melton, the U.S. 24-hour team, and saying this was the year for the 24-hour team. So Bobby Joe, she's been taking point on this. We are trying to put together trying to put on a virtual race to raise money for the U.S. 24-hour team. So if you don't know, the U.S. 24-hour team is sponsored by Nike, and Nike gives all their money to the track and field people and don't give much money to the distance people on the 24-hour team. So what we're trying to do is raise money for the 24-hour team. So we are doing a 24 days for Team USA virtual challenge. So I think we were looking if I'm correct, is we're trying to get the runners to in 24 days, can you do 140 miles? Because that's what the Team USA has to do. That's what Team USA has to do to qualify. The men have to do to qualify for the team. So we're going to do a virtual race for 24 days. It is open now, so you can do the swag challenge where we'll show you the shirt next week, and then there's just want to run, and then there's a donate button. So our goal is to put all proceeds to the U.S. 24-hour team to help them out this year. So it just got opened up, so we'll be working a little bit more on that. And Bobby Joe did say 140 miles or more. So the goal is 140 miles, but I think we're going to give out awards for people who do the most miles in 24 days and stuff, and we'll make it fun. So just trying to do a nationwide virtual race with the ultra community. So, all right, that is all we have. We went a little over tonight, but we got good view of the dome and good stuff on Western States. Again, we'll be live streaming this weekend on Saturday, so you can have us Western States both up, Western States and the treadmill, and we'll be talking about Western States, and it should be a good time. So appreciate you guys joining in. We will talk to you guys next week, and next week we'll be wrapping up. We'll talk about Western States for a little bit, and then all the other upcoming races. So Marty what do you have on there, Marty? I didn't see. Is that your Western States? I wore the 6 days in the dome shirt. So, all right. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks.
All right. Take care.